Yo, what is going on, guys? It is the SG match today with another Madden 24 video, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys the best coin making method right now in Madden 24. In case you guys didn't know, here on this channel, I always talk about no money spent methods, so if you guys are looking for coin trading points or XP, this is the place to be, because like I said, all I do is post no money spent methods. As always, if you guys have any questions on what I talk about in today's video, make sure to leave a comment down below, and I'll answer your comment as soon as possible. So today, like I said, first coin making method of the year. I've done this on and off for about 3 hours, and I've made almost 300K. This method's kind of ridiculous. It's super easy. You're just clicking buttons, selling a card. There's nothing to it, and you make a lot of profit. It's a very good method. So I don't want to waste your guys' time. I want to dive right into this. Now, you need about 150K to get started with this method. I understand the population on Earth does not all have 150,000 coins to spend. So I'm going to help you guys out first. If you don't have 150K, here's how you can build up that 150K coin stack to get yourself started with today's method. Before you guys go buying a ton of expensive cards, make sure you always have coins left over, because if you need to make coins, you have coins to use to make coins. That's just how it works. So what I would be doing, and I did this a little bit myself actually earlier, is come into here to 80 to 81, and you are just looking at any one of these 80 to 81 overall cards. This is all you're doing. I personally have had a lot of success with centers. I don't know what it is. Centers have been kind of the biggest success point for me. What I do is if I see a card like this, these are going for about 12K, so you're looking to buy these cards for, 10.5K or so, maybe a little bit cheaper. But you're going to see random cards, quarterbacks as well. These are good. But if you have like 30K, 30K is kind of like where you can make a little more profit. I know not everyone has 30K, but this is where you can actually make a lot of profit. So for some reason, Trevor Lawrence is like a really easy snipe, and I'm going to talk to you guys about this later because we actually need some of these cards for this method. But you can sell Trevor Lawrence for about 34K. I can make about 1,000 coins off this card right here because you get a 10% tax. So I'd buy that card there, put him up for 34K. He'd sell. Don't have to do anything with it. But just kind of go around between position to position. I personally find quarterbacks, right, for this filter here to be really good. It's all kind of relative to what position it is. Now, a trick with EA is that they're not going to show you the cheapest card right away. You actually have to filter it down. So you could buy cards for like 28,000 and put them up for like, you can see there, that right tackle is 33,000. I could do that. And sometimes it will sell, sometimes it will not. It's just a method you guys can use by just flipping cards. But those two filters there are great. They're not that expensive, and they're easy to just get some cards. Just super simple, get some coins, buy cards, get coins by selling them, stuff like that. I would repeat this process until you get up to 150K, simply because it's super cheap and it's easy to do. Another good filter, though, is with these 84s, these headliner cards. The reason why I like this one is because there's a lot of these cards getting put up in the market, and you cannot filter by headliners for some reason. It's just the way it is. So if you're going to do this headliners method, you have to go by halfback, right tackle. You can do wide receiver, except Kadarius Toney for some reason is way too expensive to make profit off of. His card is usually a little more expensive than the others. I think because he's fast. Yeah, you can see here. He's quite a bit more expensive than the other headliner cards. But just go over those headliner 84s. You can flip those for decent profits because there are a lot of those cards getting put up, and you don't have to sit around waiting for a good snipe. Just repeat this process over and over again until you get up to 150K. It sounds tedious, but if you want to take breaks in between, go play head-to-head, go ahead and go do that. I really would recommend that. Once you guys are up to 150K, this is where the fun gets started. In this method, you can make about 30 to 40K every 10 minutes or less. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. Or even more, actually. It could be even more profit than that, but it's super easy to do. It is in this Team Builder Fantasy Pack set right here. I'm going to give you guys all the numbers, the prices you need, the total price you're spending on the pack, and what you need to sell this card for. So every little bit of numbers you guys need here, I'm going to give it to you. So when you complete this set, I want you to get out a piece of paper, or you can just keep rewatching this video over and over again. You need two 88 to 83s. All right, you can see that in the top left there. Exchange any 82 to 83 overall card. You need two of those. You need 4 80 to 81s, and you need 7 78 to 79s. I wrote this on a piece of paper. I do this for my videos anyway, so I can give you guys the right numbers on how much you're spending on each card and stuff like that, and the total cost for the set. But just keep that in mind. If you need to write it down, if you need to keep going back to the video, if you need to take a picture of it, just look at your phone, how many of each overall you need for the set. That's why I would do this. And then once you guys know how many cards you need for each overall, go to the auction house. Once you go to the auction house, just start buying those 82s, because that's what we need. We need to start with 2 82 overall cards. You are going to look for these guys at 30K or less. 30K or less. Like I was just talking about, Trevor Lawrence can be an option here. I also, David Andrews. Okay, we got Geno Smith here as well. But David Andrews was another guy that I was buying for fairly cheap. He can, I don't know where he's at. Is he even around here anymore? Yeah, he's a little more expensive than he was before. But anything under 30K will be good here. You're looking, obviously, as cheap as you can get. If you can get close to 25K, 27K, that's more ideal. But 30K is the absolute maximum you're going to pay on a card here. But 28,000, that's a good deal. I would definitely take that because we're going to need those extra coins later on. You're going to see what I mean. After you buy 2 of those cards, we need to go to the 80 to 81s. We need 4 of these 80 to 81s. And for this right here, you were just looking to buy anything under 12. Obviously, as close to 10 as you can go or as cheap as you can go. That's ideal. I can't give you guys a specific, position here. You kind of just have to jump around. Like I said, you can play around with, right tackle and stuff earlier, whatever positions you guys can find. But it's going to be a little weird, right? Just whatever position you guys can find for under 12K, keep bouncing around. 10K right there, that's a good deal. You need 4 of those cards, all right? Now, this is where things get dumb. And this is what bothers me about this. It's just the way it is in the beginning of the year. And this is where people are going to get turned off. You have to pay a lot of coins for golds. But, I mean, it's just the way it is. There's no way around it. Because it feels useless. Why am I spending 7,000 coins on a 78 overall card? That's just what we have to go through right now. But it's how we make coins. So now we need 7 of these 78 to 79 overall cards. What's dumb is that you have to just type in Ferg, F-E-R-G, and then you're going to see right here, this card is 7,000 coins. 7,000 coins is a great price. Anything under 8K is what I buy at, so 7,000 there. I'm actually going to buy this card if I can. Yeah, it ended. So there you go. There's that. I'm probably going to ruin my own method because people are going to start doing this now, but I don't really care. It is what it is. It doesn't bother me at all, to be honest. So Ferg is one of the names here. You can type in Sam as well, S-A-A-M, or S-A-M. I don't know why I said 2 A's. But Sam, and then you scroll down here, and you'll see a headliner's card right here. This isn't the most efficient way to find these 78s. What you could also do, and I thought about this earlier, is I thought about the headliner cards because those are the most common right now. People are pulling headliner cards like crazy. But what you can actually do is just go into an individual team. I'm going to use the Bears for an example. Keep cycling through teams and just look for how much their cards are going for. So go to overall, because then it'll show the top overalls first, and see if you can find any of these cards in here that are at a decent price for the right overall. And if you can't, you can't. It is what it is, right? There's nothing you can do about it. But that's just another little method here if you guys want to find these golds. The golds are the annoying part. You need 7 of those cards. Try to keep it in the 40 to 50K range. After buying all these cards you guys need here, you're going to spend about 150 to 160,000 coins, somewhere in that range. If you need to shave off as many coins as you can on those elite cards. You need to snipe those as much as you can because the golds are kind of where you lose your coins. It's stupid. But you're spending about 150 to 140K, or 150 to 160K, and we're going to be selling these cards for about 200,000 coins, or even more, because I'm going to show you guys here. These are the cards we're selling. The cards you want to pick are the Vikings cornerback, you're going to see him, and the Texans wide receiver, okay? I already forgot their names, but you guys will probably see them right here. Team builders, you want the Texans wide receiver, and you want the Vikings cornerback. These guys, like this guy right here, yep, 200K for him. The reason I'm suggesting these cards, they might not be the most expensive, but they're going to sell quick. That's the good thing about these cards. I don't want to sit here and wait for my auctions. Maybe they don't even end up selling, so I waste my coins. You know what I'm saying? So I want these cards to sell quick. I will take a 5,000 coin loss on a card that might, that will sell over a card that might not ever sell. And then I have to just take a loss of coins. So right here, this guy, no one's ever going to buy this card, not just for the price, but in general. People don't really care about this card. The reason people like this card is because he's fast, okay? So I'm going after the popular cards out of that set pack, and they're going to sell faster. They still go for a good amount of coins, and you're still making a good amount of profit. That's why I suggest those 2 players. Just remember, it's the Texans wide receiver and the Vikings cornerback. It's that simple. You can always just filter them right through here to see what their price is going for. Once you see there, this guy's going for 189, I would wait for that card to sell and then put one up for 198. That way you can get an extra 10,000 coins there. It's just a little trick you guys can use, but that is how I would do this. It's a great method. I've done this quite a few times already, and it has been very good for myself. And some of these cards I already had and whatnot, just from whatever, and it's been good. I like this method so far. I did have another one that I was doing a little bit earlier. It was so-so. It was through the headliners, master cards or whatever. Wasn't really a big fan. It was pretty profitable at first, but then the market just kind of corrected itself, and it was just not as good. But also, you can see here, I kept one of these cards for myself because that is one of the best cornerbacks in the game. that Evans card from the Vikings. So if you guys want to keep one of these cards, it is also a cheap way to get some of the best cards in the game. But what I would personally do is just keep building up that coin stack, making like 40K per set, and just keep repeating that process over and over again. It should take you about 10 minutes per set, like at the bare minimum, around 10 minutes. Sometimes maybe longer. Depends on the snipes. Depends on how long it takes for cards to sell. But yeah, that's pretty much, probably the best method in the game right now. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. I'm going to try to post daily coin making methods when I find them. And yeah, with all that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe below, and I'll talk to you later. Stay safe for me. Peace out.